So moving on to South Africa, by now I know that many people are aware of the taxi service provided by Uber. That is regular people who sign up to be drivers and they get notification from passengers on their iPhones, and these Uber drivers will pick them up and take them wherever they want to go. So they are not regular taxi drivers, they're just people who want to make some side money. So these drivers will register with Uber and Uber will send them customized iPhone that would notify them when people need rides. So Uber started in California, but it has gotten to several parts of the world, including South Africa. Uber is also in Lagos, by the way, for those that may be wondering. So all you do is install the app on your phone and you get rides cheaper than the regular taxi fare. The only problem is Uber is starting to kick out a lot of taxi companies because people like the idea of getting cheaper rides, and Uber drivers are required to use fairly new cars. So passengers like riding in nice cars and paying less for their rides. And because passengers normally rate their drivers, Uber drivers tend to be really nice and of good manner. So Uber is now popular in South Africa, I'm telling you, and the regular taxi drivers in South Africa are not happy at all. In fact, they've been harassing Uber drivers, threatening them, in some cases with guns. Uber had a petition online that got like 20,000 signatures after an anti-Uber protest recently in South Africa. By the way, Uber had faced protests in other parts of the world as well. So like in Paris, it's not just in South Africa. But guess what some taxi drivers and bus drivers in South Africa are now doing? They clean up their image. They clean up themselves. They started dressing professional with suits and tie as if they're going to the office. They stop honking and yelling whenever a driver gets in their way. Many of them are now more polite to their passengers, and they stop driving recklessly, and some of them that were driving on the other side of the lane started driving on the right side of the lane. I'm telling you that they've really stepped up their game.
I'm Marcus Motona. The old taxi drivers, they were not clean like us at this moment, and feel so great, like a person who's going to office.
See that? And guess what passengers are now saying about taxi drivers and bus drivers in South Africa?
They make sure that we arrive to our destinations safely. They're very polite, they're very well mannered, and they dress very professional.
Now that's the way to go. You know, if Uber is giving you a competition, then step up your game. I mean, you have to give it up to these South African taxi drivers. I really appreciate what they're doing. Some Nigerian drivers need to learn from these South African drivers. All passengers like driving in a nice car with someone that really or seems to genuinely care about getting them to their destination. So kudos to these drivers. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.